Okay, we are going to review what you learned in middle school about exponents. So I want to ask you, what is 5 to the power of 3? What does that equal? I'll give you a second to think about it. Alright, hopefully you did not get 15. Remember, it does not mean 5 times 3. It means 5 times 5 times 5. Which you should get 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. You can do that in your calculator if you'd like. 5 times 5 times 5 and get 125. Or you can do the shortcut method, 5 to the power, here's that button right there, to the power of 3. And you get 125. Okay, with this unit, we're going to really not be dealing with too much with numbers. I mean, there's going to be some numbers, but mainly it's going to be dealing with variables. So, if I was to ask you, what does x to the power of 4 mean? How would you express x to the power of 4? You should have x times x times x times x would be x to the power of 4. Alright, how about if I asked you for a to the power of 5? How would you write that? Alright, you should have gotten a times a times a times a times a. Right. So you have to remember how to do that, and then you also have to remember if I give it to you this way, you really write it as an exponent. So if I asked you what c times c times c is, how would you write that using exponents? You've got c to the power of 3. All right, try this one. What if I had y times y times y times y times y times y? How would you write that using exponents? You should have gotten y to the power of 6. Okay, one more example. What if I had a times a times a times b times b? How would you write that using exponents? Well, since they're a's and b's, you can't combine them, so you have to keep them separate. So this would be a to the power of 3 and then b to the power of 2. So you just write it that way, a to the power of 3 times b to the power of 2. So that's kind of a little intro to what you should remember from last year before we move on to doing all the rules of exponents or properties of exponents.